Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel and to another video. Today's video is going to be my November monthly reset. Yeah, I know this is a little bit late, but I just got back from my trip to Australia and the jet lag is really hitting hard this time. Not every time is this bad, but going from spring in Australia to pretty much winter here in Vancouver is quite difficult. It is like 3 degrees outside, but I'm excited to get into it. Basically in these resets, I'm going to be taking you through my reflections, my goals for the month. Usually I do financial, but this time because I was in Australia for the month of October, I'm going to do that as a separate video of what I spent in Australia. So if you guys haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing for that video. It is on the way, plus some other Australian content as well. Anyway, I'm going to get on to my reflections first up. If you guys are new here, my name is Sasha. I have just turned 30 and I'm an Australian living here in Vancouver, Canada, and I produce lifestyle content and I upload every single week, so please consider subscribing. But yeah, enough said, let's get on to my reflections for the month of October. I'm going to pop up my reflection questions here. Feel free to copy them. I did take a lot of inspiration from Carter Sullivan's resets. If you haven't followed her already, please do so. I'll link her channel in my description box. So first thing, what are you most proud of? So I wrote organizing my 30th birthday weekend and pulling it off. So yeah, it was a great time. I had over 10 friends stay with me in a beach house along the Great Ocean Road in Victoria, Australia. So we rented a house there for 2 nights and it was just so much fun. I kind of gave the theme of 90s nostalgia, Australian party food and stuff like that. So everyone brought different things. It was so good, and Elliot got to meet everyone, and 90% of my close circle was there. There was only a few people that couldn't make it, so it was a great way for Elliot to kind of meet everyone super important in my life, which was really fun. And I also wrote I was proud to show off my city of Melbourne to Elliot. So he'd never been to Australia before, let alone Melbourne, and I love Melbourne so much. It is where I grew up. I love it so much, and it was lovely to see it through a tourist's eyes and kind of regaining my love for my city as well. So I was really proud of her. Although there's horrific flooding in Victoria, my state, back home, we got reasonably good weather the week that we were staying in the city, so it was kind of like Melbourne on her best behavior for Elliot. So yeah. Okay, next up, what challenged you this month? So I wrote balancing every plan in Australia. I found it hard to slow down and have more quiet days. So yeah, pretty much just that. I really wanted to do as much as possible and see everyone, and I didn't want to let anyone down or let Elliot get bored for a second. I just wanted to be go, go, go. And yeah, especially after my birthday, I got a little bit sick. It wasn't COVID or anything, but I just wanted to be doing everything all at once, and I found it really hard to slow down. So yeah, what are 3 things you're grateful for? So I wrote Aussie beaches, because they're superior, and I'd forgotten how beautiful they are, especially along the Great Ocean Road. Like, we did some stops along our road trip down there, and even the Mornington Peninsula where my parents are and where I spent the majority of my teenage life, I guess. So just even on the rainy, gloomy days, it's just, the beaches are just so gorgeous, and there are so many of them. Like, you couldn't see all of them in your lifetime, I swear. Number 2, I wrote Aussie wildlife, so unique. We went to a wildlife sanctuary and got to see a lot more Aussie wildlife, but even in the wild, as Ellie and I were traveling, we saw kangaroos, we saw a mob of them, we saw an echidna, we got selfies with an echidna. If you guys aren't following my Instagram, it is just @sashsays_. I don't know, I'll put my Instagram on the screen somewhere, but definitely check out my Instagram of the little like Aussie creatures and wildlife that we saw if you wanted to get an idea. Like, they're just so cool, and I just forget how many like Australian native wildlife we have. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you know what I mean. Anyway, number 3, quality time with friends and family. Honestly, just so grateful to spend that time, especially with my parents, and Elliot getting to meet my dad, and we have a family friend staying with us, Cheryl, so that was really lovely to spend time with her and reconnect with her. And we had a big lunch on one of the Sundays with my uncle, auntie, cousin, and it was just really fun. So yeah, and all the time that I spent with my friends as well is just iconic. Something you learned this month: you don't have to do everything all at once. I can save more for our next trip. So again, wanting to do everything, getting really upset that I hadn't done certain things on my bucket list, which I'll get to next, of things that I really wanted to do. And I said also Elliot and I traveled well together. So yeah, this is our first time doing a big trip overseas together. We'd never been on a plane together in the 3 and a bit years that we've been dating. So yeah, I think we did really well together and balanced each other out, and we weren't on completely different schedules. You know how like when you're traveling, there's someone who gets up really early, the other person just wants to sleep, or someone wants to go to a museum, the other person wants to party. I feel like that's on more of like a Euro trip with friends, but I think with this trip, we just traveled really well. Like Elliot's really chill, so he can kind of adapt to most of my chaotic energy anyway. But yeah, that was great. And word of the month was joy. And I said yes because it was joyful. I think I did do that really well in terms of guessing the word of the month and feeling that the whole month. That was very joyful. And I said word of November. I guess it's like word for November. I don't know. But I wrote curious. Like I want to stay curious even when the weather's getting colder and I might not be in the best mood. Like I suffer with seasonal depression. So I wrote curious so I can stay curious and yeah, just look at things a bit more curiously. I don't know if that makes any sense, but hopefully some of you guys get it. But enough with my reflections. Let's go on to my October bucket list, which is everything that I wanted to do in Australia. Okay, so I'm gonna pop up my bucket list just next to me. I'm gonna go through the ones that I did. So I went to Chapel Street with Elliot and did all those things. We saw the 12 Apostles. Elliot tried fish and chips, which was amazing. Again, go on my Instagram and there's a reel there of him trying it, and my TikTok as well. See the Great Ocean Road. Yes, we drove along it. Ride on Puff and Billy. I didn't tick, and we didn't eat out in Chinatown, but we went to Chinatown. But we went to Puff and Billy. It was pouring with rain. Puff and Billy was actually closed, and it's actually really expensive to go on it, and it's more like you do it as a kid. So we saw it. It was in the station, laying dormant, just chilling out in the hills up in, where is it? Belgrave, about an hour or so east of Melbourne. And coastal walk at Point Nepean, we did that. Go to Crown Casino, we did that. Ride an old school tram, we did that. Take a drive through Mornington Peninsula, we did that. Try 5 spots of brunch, we did that. Show art gallery, yes. Art graffiti walls, sorry. Walk through Melbourne arcades, yes. Take photos at beach boxes. We didn't go to Gippsland, unfortunately. My godfather was ill, so we couldn't make it. We walked along the Yarra River. We went on a pub crawl, but we just went to one pub, but that still counts. We didn't take Cooper on a beach walk, but we took him on a walk, and we went to the beach and did our own beach walk. We went to a wildlife park, showed Elliot my old houses. We ate out in all those suburbs, but we went to Carlton, but we didn't eat because we were full. We didn't film an Aussie snack mukbang, but I'm going to do that here. And we only went to 3 different nature hikes, but all in all, amazing, amazing results. So my November goals: take myself out on a date, try 3 new coffee shops, find a job, part-time or full-time, call, message friends from Melbourne weekly. I really want to get onto doing this a lot more often. Read 3 books. Financial, I wrote more mindful spending, weekend activities, keep it $100 in total, pay off phone bill and credit card on time, speak to bank about a new credit card. I really want a new one that doesn't have any annual fees. And health and wellness, see my doctor to talk about my skin and mental health, close my loops on my Apple Watch daily, eat, go to sleep at a similar time each day. Mindful eating, am I full? I tend to just keep overeating. Follow yoga with Adrian's daily calendar, so I've been doing that every day of November. Social media, I want to hit 2.1k on YouTube. I'm so close to 2k. 2.8 on TikTok. Upload every week at least once. Post a reel every week on Instagram. Consistent TikToks and more get to know me content. So not just like funny, really quick TikToks, but just more like trying to get my audience engaged, you know? So that is all for my November monthly reset. Bit of a quick one this time, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please give this video a big thumbs up. It really supports my channel, and hit subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys for my December monthly reset. I'm so excited for Christmas. I can't wait to put Christmas decorations up and get excited for the festive content. I'm really feeling it. It snowed last night here, which is so early. It's never snowed this early since I've lived in Vancouver. But I'm so excited to take you guys along for my festive time in Vancouver. And I can't wait for the holiday season. It's just exciting. So yeah, thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.